Hey guys, it's Ashwin here. This video is the first of a series of tutorials we are making so that you could prepare for IEEE X3. We'll cover some of the basics in C and Python along with some coding problems. Since this is our first video, we'll be starting with something simple, that is the printing Hello World program. You might already be familiar with this. Every beginner does this program as their first one. But the focus of this video will be mainly on what happens in a coding competition, how the question is given to you, and how you deal with it. So let's see. This is a platform called HackerRank. It is widely used for coding competitions and in generally just to hone your skills by doing many coding challenges. You can try it out in your free time. The question is actually given here in the task section, and you can see that to complete this challenge, you must save a line of input from standard input to a variable, print hello world on a single line, and finally print the value of your variable on a second line. This is pretty much a basic question. You're taking an input from the console, which you might have already done using scanf in C or an input function in Python, and then you print hello world, and on the next line you print what was actually taken. And an input format is given here. It is just a single line of text. You don't have a complex input here. It's a basic program. But for other questions which might involve a lot of input and a lot of calculations, the input formats might get a little more elaborate. It might actually say how many lines of input are there, what each line of input will denote, and whether it will be a number or a string or anything that you need. And the next, it will be given an output format. Based on these inputs, you'll be doing some calculation, you'll be getting some answers, some variables might be there, and the output format will tell you in which order you have to print these things. And this is really crucial because usually in C programs and Python programs that you do in your own local environments, you give input as and when the program is running. But in this case, in a coding competition, inputs are already been formulated as test cases, and all you have to do is just put the line of code that takes in the input. Don't give any prompt saying print enter number or something like that. Don't worry, I'll be showing this in the next section also, so you'll get a little bit more familiar with that. And now let's go to the actual question. Before that, let's just see this explanation, just to be clear once again. On the first line, we print the string literal hello world. On the second line, we print the contents of the input string variable, which for this sample case happens to be welcome to 30 days of code. So basically what's happening here is that they have already given us a base code. Don't get alarmed by this. You might be thinking it's just a simple printf program. Why is there a lot of code here already? The thing is that in most of the coding competitions, what they do is to make your task easier, they get a lot of tedious work done for you, like creating variables or maybe some basic input. Inputs may not be there all the time, but most of the times variables are already been might be already provided in the program. So here you can see that an input string is already been given. So this will be taking that one in line of input that was told to be taken before hello world. And here scanf has been used to take that input. And next line they have printed hello world. So pretty much our task is very easy here. All you have to do is print that input string. And we use printf function. We open the brackets. And then we need the format specifier for string is %s in C and comma input string, and this will pretty much do the work. Let's just run this thing right now. Okay, we just passed our first test case, and you can see that the input was welcome to 30 days of code. This was taken by this line. See, and you didn't have to give any prompt or anything, you just put it there, and as and when an input command is encountered in the program, it goes to the next available line in the test case. And your output is hello world, welcome to 30 days of code, and this is the expected output. Now let's just try something different. Instead of doing this, I am going to give hello again. Now let's see what happens. We did not pass that test case. You can see here that I might have taken the input, but what I did was instead of printing that, I printed hello again. And it is the reason why my answer is wrong. And now you can see what happened. Let's do something else. Let's just go back to our initial answer. And then this is what you usually do in your programs in college or something. You use printf and you say enter string and then you wait for the user to give an input. This is what you do while you're in college. Now let's run this thing. And we did not pass the test case. You might wonder, we are taking the input string, then why did this go wrong? This is pretty much simple. The thing is, when you print enter string, it becomes a part of your output and the IDE is not expecting that to be there. So it just takes that as a wrong answer. So make sure that you don't give any prompts like this unless it's actually asked. So that's pretty much how you deal with the question. We can just try out Python also. As you can see here, you can use any language that you like on this IDE, especially HackerRank provides you like a ton of languages. Extreme also will be providing you with a few languages, and pretty much C and Python will be used by you because they are the most easiest ones that we know right now. Now let's just try out Python. And you can see an input is taken here, print hello world. Now let's print input string. Let's run this. Yep, we passed a test case. Now, since we passed one sample test case, we don't have any other test cases with us right now. So let's do something and go on and submit our code. When you submit the code, what happens is there will be many other test cases which will probably be hidden. And the thing is, there will be many kinds of inputs there, and the IDE will be trying to search whether your program tackles every possible input, and we get to see that here. Okay, this test case was already unlocked by me a while ago. That's why we were able to open this. Otherwise, it will be hidden. HackerRank is the best. Hello world, HackerRank is the best. Yeah, that's pretty much all for today. I hope you understood what was told here. In the coming days, we'll be giving you more and more tutorials. So until the next one, ciao, Godspeed.